And there were 3 people in the room for a crime. Victims, Smith's holiday, rights, and... Olga! Look! Murder is not real.
Agaga.
Agaga. Me? Gungaga.
Gungaga. Great certificate. See what happened tonight?
I like with the judge in this version, there's always like a weird pause before he looks down like slightly.
I know.
It's very, very good. All right, nighttime.
I heard it's the right time.
Her name is
That
Apartment
evening,
now.
I asked my client to deal with the letters of the game. Listel. 2 games play with Tybe. Her sacrifice played by hand on her chest.
She disappeared.
Now she's disappeared.
I'll be back.
The last hand goes on, but it's terrible. Afternoon. The man fled with the motive and killed him.
Whose sport do you get?
Hopefully the Cavaliers.
Isn't that clear? The winner is the target. G. Smith.
A generation! Hey! Mr. Light is missing!
Ah, Justice. Do you have legal resistance?
You take it! Not lost for 7 years!
Remove the baby. It happened. I did not miss the 7th year. It's a pity I have some evidence here. This gambling is a chicken, because there are times at a crime. This page and the notice code does not react from Ms. Wright.
Oh shit. Gender swap right, let's go.
Mr. Smith, which is something that died?
Diabase. What does that mean?
Good question.
I am happy to be happy. I think. Poker is a war. Your army and inheritance are damaged in your hands.
Didn't Winston Payne in one of our other poorly translated things say something of like about an
Like
army?
war is hell.
There's
or
like
something
the
that.
army that something is in your mind or whatever. The army that invaded is in your mind or something.
Yeah, I remember him having like a really metal line at one point.
I know. Although I know when... Bowl number 3 in court.
This means poker face.
Check this picture. There are many chips found by victims of victims.
The ship image added to the court record.
Very good protection can exceed witnesses.
Nighttime. Just vibing to this music still. It's very good. Letters of the
That
game.
evening, I asked my client to deal with the letters of the game. Listel, 2 games play with T-Bay. Her sacrifice played by hand on her chest. The last hand goes on, but it's terrible afternoon. The man fled with the motive and killed him.
A lot? Play said? Are usually.
Currently, clients are only damaged in borscht.
No. This announcement means the victim is his last death.
Oh,
Able to do duel. True. They don't try to try this issue.
yyyy.
I forgot about how cute that animation is.
Whoa! Oh god! Oh god! Well, you're right.
What was she doing up there?
Well, her name's Apartment now, so she had to grow in size to
She
accommodate.
is a brick house, in fact. Fuck me, that's good.
He saw the photo as if he were hit. Still, wearing a hat and everything.
But the view of your comments. Here are victims of our research.
Well, it's Lork, isn't it?
Fucking Lord.
It's always fucking more.
This will be displayed in the last.
Figure 2 is added to the yard.
Bada! I saw how it happens. The competition, the wrong design, is complete.
Oh. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I don't want to be caught reading this line.
Hey, chat, get your clips ready.
Nope,
Clip this.
do not clip this. Do not clip this. Oh, truly smart woman. Huh. This time I will give you in your life.
You're cowardly. Thank you for your interest, but you lie again.
Vote. What does it mean? I broke up.
He doesn't know what voting means? It's not good, man. You should know what voting means.
I have a problem.
Very well. It looks like you have to mix.
I think too much. This horse died, class.
Is like a mine. Too much.
That evening, I asked my client to deal with the letters of the game. Listel, 2 games played with T-Bay.
I love that.
Her sacrifice played by hand on her chest.
Disappears again.
Phase out.
You know, okay, an amazing certificate is gabbing. But what does it mean? Double rainbow.
1. Do you want to explain you think about justice? Do you think bad?
Proof. Watch the value. His hand was killed. Me?
Oh yeah, this is talking about like who won the game. I remember this.
I hope you will be better for grain.
No, but I can see this picture. Have you ever seen an extraordinary father? Not an ace attorney.
No!
I've never seen an extraordinary father.
Why do you think we're all like this?
None of us had strong male role models.
Bravo, Flower. The intention. I know you can do it.
But what does that mean?
If we confirm this fact, then the bed disappeared after death.
Not yellow. My grade at.
They think they are so easy. If the rocket is missing, should anyone go?
I mean, to the moon? No. How would they get there? Wait, you?
The defendants did not stop the target. Departure? He doesn't explain.
Ah,
Arcade?
I will never not laugh at that. That's so funny.
act. How do you think about? Therefore, text.
Yes.
I see this butt.
Larry. There's something.
There is something dependent on the neck.
Oh.
Oh, you mean? Yes, the coastline as an inner picture. Photo, my daughter.
Target! There is a woman?
The most sexist the fucking courtroom has been in this entire franchise.
We look in prison. Photos of ministers of ministers of ministers. The girl Rice.
The girl Rice.
Photos of ministers of ministers of ministers.
Oh,
So
that's
many
good.
ministers.
That's really good.
Yo, dog, I heard you like ministers, so we made ministers of ministers of ministers.
So you can grow rice.
So you can go rice.
Mr. Right is also green? Why don't you buy?
If you are caused by the player's influence in this game, maybe we need more about the game?
No additional evidence will be required. It is clear that the affected person has disappeared. Correct?
Yes, correct.
That was perfectly timed. I was hoping it was gonna do that. Oh,
God.
it did not disappoint.
It's really
Thank
good
you.
every time. Thank you,
Thank
apartment.
you.
Thank you, apartment.
To play! We'll prove the game between victims and opening judgment.
Damn!
Oh, good competition. 2 donations really fast. Olive Garden Official gifted $25. Thank you very, very much. Quercus Alba gifted $1 saying, "Did you truly think last week was the end of me? I still have some more bullshit to throw at you." That'd be crazy. If he came back in the sequel, I'd be so fucking mad. Unless they instantly like ran him over with a bus, like Regina George style, that'd be really funny. And Red Fox gifted $1 saying, "Double rainbow, would that be a flag that indicates you're so gay that you wrap around to being heterosexual? Or is that you're only gay for prisms or something? I think I probably should have thought this joke through more." Oh, good competition.
The game starts with 3,500 points in a bolt for everyone.
I mean, that's mostly right. It does sound like a weird setup to like a Mr. Beast video, but yeah.
We put 3,500 points in a boat.
Home brands are in 2 sizes, small and large. Success. It happened.
I'll never not laugh at her disappearing.
In the last match, the plaintiff game, where he lost all your cards on the table. Time is determined, and quit the edge of the table.
In fact, we found this picture is like one match.
As expected, poker knows Warner's life. The failure of swallowing should be a painful pill.
Shit.
Hi, I often heard the message. I'm angry about your honor and now sorry for. If the user, but true.
I think I see a lot of old lessons. Mr. Evelyn Ball put 7 years to make a mistake. Shout out to Mr. Evelyn Ball.
Yeah, man. Love that character.
The game starts with 3,500 points in a bolt for everyone. Home brands are in 2 sizes, small and large.
Millions are used in this picture. Everyone changes.
Yes,
Do you have a fish with French fries? I'm fine?
This isn't Dak. There's no fish and chips here.
I know. Chris
You-
Gregson.
Can you talk about this bar exam?
E-menu? Is this explained? Poker chips! I don't make any fish or fish. Bank, no police, bike.
Thanks. No, I deleted. I want to hear some things. Who is right? In dollars in? Or wasted?
New. As I said, the game was not a game. A strong understanding of the capital. 2 types of boats. 100 tokens and 1,000 seats. This is not money.
Dot justice.
Thank you for pronouncing the dot. Fuck yes, I'm so happy you pronounced the dot. I was like, dot hack sign, let's go. Lord!
You didn't see your thoughts. I asked.
Lord, there is more than one. No. It's the Holy Trinity, Apollo. They're all one. Come on.
I added an event.
Wise? Do you want to see your witnesses to add your witnesses?
Now this is the fucking exhibit line. We heard you like witnesses, so we had a witness to your witness. You can witness while you witness. Yes, I think it's very important. Get a certification. I know where I left.
If you are a friendly, then you'll see it.
Da! Respect you. The system type has 100 characters, 1,000 types.
Do you get a victim of victory? Certain?
New lawyers seem to be confused.
I mean, how can I not?
See the photo? It's enough to say that. If you are not for a candidate.
Can you explain the experiment for safety?
Yes, yes. In this picture, I see a small chip and I see a large chip. And I take the chip and eat it. Tell me, what is 1,000 points?
Why don't the adults? Twice.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. But not everyone is involved.
Thomas, Sam?
Let's make a decision. Each man. Oh, that's good. Each man is a French unit of 3,500 units. I have learned about 7,000.
Oh, so that's 2 Frenchmen, right?
Yeah.
Yes. If my taxes are right. Let's see. Get 3, 5.
Me.
I gotta talk about taxes for this shit.
Don't remind me, Your Honor. Me. My respect. Right now. See accused image displaying all chips? Large chips, 1,000 marks with small chips. And you add.
How much is price?
Love is not linked to human law.
Whoa.
Is that true?
Yeah.
As our
it's
actual
lovely.
lawyer.
Love is not linked. I think that's true.
Is that
Yeah.
do lawyers and tennis players have something in common? Love means nothing.
And I'm like, oh,
Love is not linked to human law. Things are closed by people who love their hearts. 10,000.
Pocket!
Fuck you. 10,600 ships have never been added.
now that's a navy.
Yeah. This test knows traffic. Every time.
Because, Ma? What's up?
It's true, Justice. Now you know that you. What do you need to make why? Why?
Way of understanding this. Every man begins with 3,500 points. Which
What
is
is
roughly
that,
one
Yes,
French unit.
is equal to 1 Frenchman.
Yeah. All the treats show in the picture. And the answer.
So what is it?
Value of fries is an old way.
Winter.
You would like to know what I think. 1,000 excellent items are a small signal.
Big. The flood came.
Bible spoilers, guys.
Bible spoilers. Yeah.
That is a Bible spoiler.
Yeah,
The flood did
should I
happen.
read another one of these terrifying messages? James chapter 4, verse 13-14. Go on now, ye that say today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and gain. There's a
Damn,
line.
Wait, is that a Bible verse about trading stocks?
There's a line saying that it's supposed to go into the next page, but there isn't another side to it. But shout out to the bottom of this page, which does say in highlighted yellow text, hell is real and forever. That's the fucking
two
billboards in
signs.
Ohio, yeah.
Yeah, that's the 2 sides of the billboard on 71.
Yeah. Again, shout out to you, Sherry. I really hope you're joking with those, though. For real.
I don't think so, Zach.
There's no way, right? There's no way. I hope
What
so.
would be? What would? Outside of the 9/11 reference, it's literally just like.
Outside of the 9/11 reference, everything else is very serious and it's scary.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Zach needs it to be a joke, so he's not scared.
No, I'm not joking. I need it to be a joke. There's several people tuning in that are like, did you just have that Bible verse queued up? No, someone sent a bunch of Bible verses in our P.O. box, and I'm fucking shocked about it. Because they're all messages telling me to repent, and I'm a little scared. Anyways.
Zach's not gonna think about that anymore.
No, not for...
Show me the tip again for the...
I'll
Just
show
the
you
tip?
more than the tip.
It's a little chip and 10 main chips. Why, when you add them, give them 7,000 points or 2 Frenchmen.
Thank you.
Wonderful work, Justice. Almost your understanding.
Well, I'm happy to say.
But wait. Chip can be different. But this hasn't changed.
All Frenchmen know is the B3500 chip in line.
Possible. The victim still has a lot of girls.
Okay.
Ah!
Reality.
The
Chips.
judge just achieved sentience.
Chips 1,000 points. Faded in most digits. Create an account. Add the table number. Cool.
AC Kotetsu Muzuzu Sol Suzuzuzus.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, you fucking ran at that and you crushed it. Holy shit. I thought you were about to get fucked. That was incredible.
Mr. Smith has 2,900 points and dressed in charge. For 100 characters.
Now, Wright seemed to win last night.
It's out of the question.
There is a reason why my little friend kills to kill their victims. Say hello to my little friend. The first, who is?
Yeah, 2 is sometime.
2 is equal to ya. Now, found it. You need to know the right chocolate value. Willy Wonka talking to the fucking Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, we need to call Willy Wonka as an expert with this.
The chocolate values.
Yeah.
Because you are guilty. You are not.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh, the eye.
He commanded them. He asked. It looks like because was lost. Mr. 2 avoid a bag. Remotely.
Ningak.
It's my favorite one.
We need to surprise, or we can just... What in the advertising agency?
Damn, I wish we had a sponsor right now so bad. This would be the best time in the world to throw it to them.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck me.
I don't mean... You really saw... Look, Mrs. O.L., what do we see? He was the last hand, and fraud. Are you talking about it? You... Decian.
Wait, you think... Oh, someone.
On the right.
Yes, it was the last 5 fraud. So the game ended when people ended up?
Well, very amazing. First of all, we cheat ourselves. Now, the taste. You cheated the game
Not
and
only
yourself.
Yeah.
Well, this work will be... That's fun.
A witness. You support the courtyard. Tell us about this error.
Is that the end? Ah.
Hey! Yay!
I was genuine. I was like, oh shit, what happened? Yeah, and that's all I got for now. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Eli, aka the Grilled Cheese Lord. That was so good.
Yeah,
That
thank
was
you.
really good.
Yeah.
That was grape.
The only other thing I gotta say is stick around for art, because court is adjourned. Starting off art this week. You're so wild for this, Gnomes. You're so wild for this. How the fuck? Will Towers? Will Towers?
That's why we don't see him, but he lives on with us in our hearts.
I remember where I was. Fuck.
Oh my god.
I mean,
That's hilarious.
Toady Hacker. We're sleeping on Toady Hacker and
No,
Clam Pearl Faye, but like,
Yeah. Hey.
they're both
The Clam
so
Pearl-
good too.
it also looks like if Pearl was a Kirby sitting inside of a clam, and that's
wait.
adorable too.
As well as Albuquerque. No way, that's really
Albuquerque.
good.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's so good.
That's such a fucking pull. I love that.
Will Flowers, K Faraday is in the letter, and Faye Faraday. Wow.
That's incredible.
God damn, that's good. And oh shit, all the investigations one character is in a collage.
Look at them
Yeah.
all.
I know I've
Look
said
at
it
them all.
before, but I love when you do this every time. gnomes. It's super cute to see all of them next to each other. Oh my god, I just realized young Franziska's next to older Franziska. That's so good.
Try not to let.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love this. I love this so much. Soapy. But I was looking at stream clips and I wanted to do some practice, so I haven't posted art for Ace Attorney in almost a year, I think.
And if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take this razor-sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head.
So this man's a killer, right?
Oh yeah, he's totally the real he's the real murderer.
He's a killer. He just ate the knife. The background animation of him going blah, 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 and then like kissing. So good. So
I also
good.
really like the face you make on "This is a killer." that face is really funny.
Oh my god, incredible.
Awesome. Soapy content,
Incredible as always. Malta, with not much this week due to me being fixated on drawing art for another fandom, but I have some emotes. If anyone's interested, once the full 10x10 grid is full, I'll be putting it up for download on my DeviantArt featuring my baby Tracy design. Yeah, very, very cute. I love the Knights of Our Karma one has a fucking taser. That's so good. Mocha with long time no sickeningly sweet Asoryu. Yeah. Look at these boys in a field.
So pretty.
Hanging out. I know you always draw them with suspenders, but I super dig these suspenders.
The lighting on this one is really pretty too.
Yeah, very, very good. Verathena with speedrun some cats today. I got some Apollo Justice cats this time. Yeah, Eagle Sight, Thorn Paw, Icefoot, Golden Song. The expression on the clavier is 10 out of 10, very exceptional. Very, very good. Some doodles of things that made me laugh. Prostitute apparently, also maybe a girl? Boyfriends, married to car, celebrity crush, apparently speaks Hebrew and has tuberculosis. Oh, guys, I think it's small. Playing with our toys, let's go. So no head, thank you for making that reference. And the judge eating ice cream at night. Also Apollo exploding. Hell yeah. Olive with painted as Fulbright edit I really like. Fucking Fulbright giving you pads. That's incredible. That's incredible. Man. Hell yeah. I'm at Mango with hi. It's been like 2 months since I posted here. Time isn't real. Anyways, here's a stream doodle. Yes, thank you.
There's a lot going on here. It's very funny.
The fucking he wants to eat him. I'm a prostitute. But the fucking hello, my name is Pocket name tag and
he puts the end on his beanie.
Yeah, instead of Papa. It's so good. Hope you've been doing well in Mango. This is super funny. No!
Yes!
Eva! Okay.
Yeah! Graping grape of the grape.
A scroll from the Great Library.
General Zhao's new 2020 album, Do You Remember That I Raided the Great Library, is out now for pre-order. And this is amazing because Zhao only has 37 lines in the entire film, and Shyamalan writes this in 3 times, meaning that nearly 10% of the main antagonist's lines are dedicated to informing the audience about an unimportant event in an unimportant location that we never see, that only appears in 1 episode of the original show, that isn't even in the book that this film is based on. 10%! Do you have nothing else that you could possibly have Zhao talking about? Is this it? Is it just the Great Library for him? This isn't Harry and his mother's eyes, which actually have a purpose to their repetition, and I need to point out that this isn't just counting the bad exposition, because all of the exposition in this film is bad. This is just the stuff that could be cut with no consequences whatsoever.
Ong flew us to his home. He told us how he left there in a storm on Appa. and got forced into the ocean where they almost drowned. Aang airbended a sphere around them and ice formed, and he couldn't remember anything after that.
We know that he froze himself in a sphere after getting upset and running away. We don't need to know that he airbent a sphere around him that turned to ice. That is a weirdly specific piece of information, and the rest of this needs to be implied through action. Show us that this is his home. This is putting aside the fact that Katara says his name before she asks his name. Like, Shyamalan just forgot to get that information out, and Katara were like, hey, yeah, let's go after nameless child number 3. Later on, I'm not even kidding when I say that Aang exposits his relationship with Monk Gyatso in the most boring way possible.
He's the teacher responsible for me. He's kind of like my father.
This should be acted out. We should see this in how the characters relate to one another, even if it's totally without words. But Shyamalan is just sitting there in the director's chair going, what are you saying? The viewer wants to infer all of this from the acting? Ha! Not on my watch! And the problem is, Shyamalan's seeming determination to strip his dialogue of subtext and put everything explicitly into the script so that we can't infer anything for ourselves can really undercut what are meant to be the emotional beats of the story.
The Fire Nation knew the Avatar would be born into the air nomads. So they exterminated all the air nomads.
It would be so much more effective for Katara to trail off when she sees the field of skeletons, suddenly confronted with the sheer mechanized horror of the air nomad genocide, instead of saying that they were exterminated, which this tells us all visually. Her line of exposition is kinda pointlessly distracting in this scene. Let us feel the emotion first by looking at the hundreds of bodies and seeing Aang's anguish, and then give us that context if we need it. This is a really important writing technique. In fiction, people care more about things because they impact characters than because they're bad things in and of themselves. It's why we tell stories about the Holocaust from individual perspectives, like The Book Thief. But the film only really introduces Gyatso once we've already seen the bodies. Way too late, it's pretty much at the same moment. It's a structural thing. It's about the order in which you give the viewer information. The air nomad genocide, while objectively awful, is meant to be given narrative weight through Aang's trauma. But this doesn't hit nearly as hard because we don't know why any of this matters to Aang yet on a truly personal level. We don't know Monk Gyatso. We barely know Aang. It's a small detail, but it's a trait of weaker writing, to introduce the exposition before giving us a reason to care. Gyatso is just not given the screen time needed to make this moment meaningful. But Shyamalan, oh bless his soul, he doesn't forget his greatest strength, which is terrible exposition. In the final scene of the film, he gives us a wonderful farewell, a wonderful send-off with Ozai.
Sozin's comet is returning in 3 years. It will give all firebenders the ability of the highest firebenders, the ability to use their own chi to create fire. That is the day we will win this war and prove the Fire Nation's dominance.
But this line about firebenders using their own chi to create fire is just, perfect, absolute cringe. It's like Thanos going and getting the glove during the end credit scene, putting it on and going, fine, I'll do it myself with this glove that I specifically invented to hold the 6 Infinity Stones. Time, space, brain, gravity, energy, electromagnetism. Look, I don't know Marvel, don't at me. I don't get it. I don't get any of this film. I'm fine. Moving on. Book 2.
Bring me all your elderly!
Ever heard the phrase, no man is an island? Introducing characters is hard, because you're not just trying to define who they are alone as a person, but you're trying to define their place within your cast of characters, their relationships and dynamics with others. And in films, you've got to do this really quickly. Katara and Sokka are introduced in the opening scene when she's waterbending until she accidentally drops it on Sokka, and you, as a fan of the show, might rightly recall this is how the show itself opens. But when we take a closer look, this whole scene is missing the subtextual character information that it really needs to make these characters work. In the original version of the scene, Katara and Sokka are out fishing. Katara gives a huff and a grimace, and she manages to waterbend a fish out of the water, while Sokka is turned the other way, hoping to get one of his own with his spear. She asks him to look at what she's done, but he refuses, thinking, it'll be nothing. Then he pops her bubble, and the fish flies back into the water, and they both lose their fish, which he then blames on her trying to waterbend. This scene tells us that A. Katara is nervous and unsure of her abilities, B. Sokka is sexist and condescending, not believing that Katara could ever do these manly things like he could, C. Sokka doesn't value her skills, and D. This causes tension in their relationship. And welcome to tonight's show. I want you to take a guess at how much of this subtext was communicated during the film. A. All of it. B. None of it. C. Tim, you seem like you're really not okay. Please take a break. You're guessing B. None of it. Congratulations, you win. Nothing. In the film, Sokka never treats her dismissively. We can't even see Katara's face in focus to show how she feels. Sokka never shows any kind of sexism. At best, he approaches her like he's gonna hit her or something and then just tells her not to do it around him. It can barely be called relational conflict. We know nothing about who these people are alone, nor anything about how they relate to one another. But it only gets worse from here up till they meet Aang. My main sage over at Just Right pointed correctly that this scene is full of inconsistent characterization for both Katara and Sokka. They see the light under the ice, which Sokka cracks with his boomerang, and hey, Sokka's never seen a film with ice in it before, so maybe I can excuse him, but shock horror when the whole ice sheet begins to crack beneath them. This tells the audience that Sokka is reckless, but subtextually, a moment like this tells us his place within the web of characters. He's the one who gets the group into trouble, who pushes people to take risks. But then Sokka insists on caution when the sphere emerges.
Katara, don't go near it. This is probably some Fire Nation trick. Back away, really slow.
And by then having Katara rush to crack the sphere, Shyamalan indicates that Sokka is the cautious one and Katara is the reckless one. And they go back and forth on this to the point that we don't get any real idea of who these characters are alone, how they think, why they think what they think. But more importantly, we have no idea what their role in the web of characters is. In the show, Katara is the hopeful heart, the one who never lets the colder, strategic Sokka forget the needs of others, while Sokka ensures that Katara doesn't get herself killed by being too trusting. This is called a character foil, a dynamic where characters contrast so that they highlight each other's traits. But there's no sense of that here at all. And the problem here isn't that it's not faithful to the original source material. I mean, you can make good changes, but these changes don't even seem to serve a purpose within their own story. But hey, I'm a reasonable man. Beast, decrepit goblin thing, who knows really at this point. And I'm gonna try and not be too harsh on the film for missing out on vital subtextual scenes because the film simply doesn't have the same amount of runtime to play with. But in the show, they use the moment where Aang's sphere breaks out of the ice to foreshadow Katara's immense waterbending power and her hot-headedness, which all builds into the character dynamic that they're exploring with her and Sokka, and it perfectly segues into the next plot beat, Aang. It's a brilliantly paced opening because the tense relationship and conflict that built between Sokka and Katara reaches its highest point and causes the next plot beat. In the film though, there is a distinct break between introducing Katara and Sokka and introducing Aang. They're just standing there like lifeless NPCs waiting for the main character to come along when they spot the light and the bright coloured hair, or in Aang's case, lack of hair. Aang's appearance isn't caused by Sokka's struggles hunting or Katara's waterbending, and the result is that for an opening of a film like this, I hated how slowly paced it was, and I like Blade Runner 2049, but that's because despite the slow pacing, Blade Runner is incredibly tense. Shyamalan's segue is stilted and awkward with nothing driving us towards this plot beat. It's just a thing that happens after a thing that happened. It's the equivalent of a late night talk show host using the "and speaking of" to move on to their next talking point. And this isn't even the most egregious introduction. Aang's introduction is devoid of any life, humor, or meaning that it originally had. And I don't want to put this on the kid, the actor Noah Ringer. It's not his fault that the script is so terrible, and they cast him knowing full well that he hadn't taken a single acting class in his life. Yeah, Shyamalan's got a thing for this bizarrely ominous music.
What's your name?
Which we will return to. The shots here are slow, the line delivery is slow and lifeless, and even Appa shows no comedic character whatsoever. In fact, this is the start of Appa, one of the cutest, most beloved, giant fluffy oaf characters of all time, being turned into a grim piece of furniture in the background that one might mistake for a cursed omen signifying you're about to die in a roller coaster accident. Though Shyamalan does try, and I emphasize try, to play for a moment of humor by having Appa eat soccer.
Trying to eat me.
Shyamalan spoke numerous times about how he wanted his film to be, quote, darker than the original source material, hence the ominous music, the emphasis on realistic shots, Aang never expressing a modicum of joy, Iroh always being serious, and Sokka and Katara constantly looking like they're watching their entire family die in a Saw film. The film doesn't feel childish or uplifting at first glance. It establishes a darker, more grim tone. I mean, just listen to how ominous the music is in this scene when Aang is struggling to waterbend.